we are at Wyndham Airport again. This time we are going to go for a fly to Kununurra. We're going to do some of the backcountry and check out some of the amazing salt flats and the tidal creeks, the plateaus. It's just such a beautiful place this time of year. And honestly, Microsoft have done an incredible job. It just looks amazing. The plants, just the little breeze that's going on there. Man, this is absolutely wild. And of course, we are doing it in the absolute quintessential bush plane of all bush planes. That's right. We're doing it in Draco. And I mean, just look at that there, blowing dust. That thing is absolutely wicked. Rocks could use a little bit of work. They're floating in the air. But I've still got my headphones on, sorry. It's the tessellation, the 3D.
Cleared for the TAS 1F arrival.
Just
for the RNAV runway 32 into TAVAT via exceed. When you're ready, descend altitude 9,000. QNH 1018.
Should have taken my headphones off. Anyway, we're going to line up for runway 12. We're going to get Draco in the air. We've got Barry with us. He's coming for a fly.
QNH 1018, enter 017.
I mean, just look at this plane. Oh man, I wonder what it's like standing there in the dust storm. Let's do it. Imagine if we got blown away and died and had to restart. Oh man, this thing is wild. And my little keyboard on the left here comes in handy perfectly. I use this normally for my space things like Star Citizen and that sort of stuff. But it's just working great for the on-foot component of FS 2024. So let's get in the plane. All right, we're in. And then we can actually just move that straight out of the way. Beautiful. And we're going to get ourselves buckled in. And I mean, honestly, apart from actually climbing up into the rig, I feel like I'm actually getting into this thing and strapping in. Barry doesn't wear a seatbelt. He's been doing this for too long.
We will respect the ILS.
Right, let's check flight controls. And I mean, just have a look at that. The stick is shuttering 1 for 1. Isn't that just absolutely awesome? I'll even readjust my position here so you can get a better view through the recording on the Quest 3. Here we go. So if I sit right forward, you should really be getting... Hopefully you're getting the whole interior in this time.
Good morning.
And you can see there with the stick, look at that. So I'm running the VP Force Rhino Force Feedback Base. And if you haven't seen these things, again, these links are in my description, but this is wild. And I've got some really cool videos on this base, and man, it's pretty wicked. So let's get the door closed, and where is the... Right, door's closed. So I'm just going to readjust my position here so I'm seated correctly.
Center, Bell 030. I would like to
right, there we go.
190.
We're just going to switch channels here.
Mill 30, descend and maintain flight level 190.
All right, so we're also using the Say Intentions AI software for our ATC, and man, it is something wicked. So we're actually going to radio Wyndham Tower. How cool is this, right? I only learnt this just the other day. If ATC tell you to switch to a certain or radio a certain tower, and you don't know that number, and of course you can pull up your nav map and have a look at what the ATC or tower comms channel is, but you can actually just ask. You can ask the ATC what is the channel, and they'll tell it to you. It is just awesome. So Anyway, let's get a radio here, and actually that's runway 30. So 12 is at the northern end.
060030.
Wyndham Tower, 3 Mike Bravo, requesting takeoff, runway 30. Check flaps here. All right, so we've got flaps to takeoff position. Yep, we've got our pens up there. They're very important.
3 Mike Bravo, before you can fly IFR, you'll need to have your SimBrief username set up, and you'll need to file your IFR flight plan on SimBrief. SimBrief is free. Enter your SimBrief username in the app setting. If you'd like to fly VFR, just let me know.
Wyndham Tower, 3 Mike Bravo, negative. We are requesting VFR to Kununurra. Alright, so let's have a quick check here. We'll just check flight control.
3 Mike Bravo on departure, maintain VFR out of below 1500 feet. Departure on 118.4 squawk, 3742.
Departure on 118. Alright, so we'll switch channels here. How cool's that here? He sounds full Aussie. Love it. What did he say? 118. Departure on 1182. I think it was. Let's just have a quick look there. Again, you can actually drop down and have a quick look what they said. What did he say? Oh, departure on 1184. Yeah, right. I don't know why I heard 1182. Anyway, we'll flick that up. We might even leave that down for the purpose of takeoff. Okay, and cool. Yeah, okay, and we were on... Okay, cool, so... Wyndham Tower, departures, 3 Mike Bravo. We are taxiing to runway 30 for takeoff.
Big Hotel 13 Mike Bravo, Flight Watch Centre, contact Wyndham Tower on 118.3 for takeoff clearance.
Oh, okay. I'm an idiot, right? We've already been given takeoff clearance. I think everyone already knows I'm an idiot. And, yeah, we pretty much just need to get in the air. And then we are good to go. Gosh, this just looks good. Doesn't this look good? Oh, man, I absolutely love it. All right, now we are going to go for a STOL takeoff. All right. Park brake is on. Whew, that was a bit rough. All right, flaps in the takeoff position. Hang on, Barry. This might get a bit rough. All right, we are going full thrust. We're building boost. We've squatted, and 3, 2, 1, and we are off. Ooh, watch the climb rate. Flaps up.
Scandinavian 1822, contact Polaris Control on 124.3.
Honestly. Oh, this never gets old. And I've got the butt kickers running too, and just a little bit of vibration as we just levelled out there.
Over Wyndham Airport at 900 feet, heading 280, QNH 1013.
Copy that, Flight Watch Centre, 3 Mike Bravo. We are 900 feet, heading 280.
Kitfish 3 Mike Bravo, radar contact confirmed, maintain VFR out of below 1500 feet. Swiss 577, descend.
Copy that, Flight Watch Tower, 3 Mike Bravo, maintaining 1500. Oh, man. This is wicked. So if we just have a bit of a cheeky look here at our flight log, and we can see we're actually going to make our way down to Kununurra here now. Look, normally if we just went as the crow flies, we'd be dealing with we'd probably be dealing with a I don't know, a cheeky 20-minute fly in this thing, maybe less. This thing is absolute beast. I don't know what its max airspeed is, but 170, I guess, on a good day, 180 before you start getting into dangerous territory. But I thought we might actually fly out around the back of the escarpment here and just have a bit of a cheeky look, low fly, these sort of these tidal areas here. But that's the wharf down there, Wyndham Wharf. And there used to be an old meatworks down around the wharf here, and my dad, when he actually took me out there was still the old ramshackle buildings left, and we managed to go exploring all through it, which was really cool. And if we actually just fly up over this section here, we'll buzz this radio tower, because this is actually a lookout called Five Rivers Lookout at Wyndham, and man, it is a really cool place. I used to work for a surveyor when I was all of about 16, and I've actually surveyed, or not surveyed, but held the dumb end of the stick along all of this hill here, and it was actually for them to put a conveyor belt system in for a sugar mill that was going to be sort of ferrying sugar to the port there so they could load it. But just incredible. And honestly, the new settings that Steve showed everyone, and then I've also done a video on again, I'll link that in my video up the top here. I always forget which side it is, but I'll actually link that up here, because the Quest 3 is absolutely butter smooth. I'm pushing 80 frames solid. I have switched to DLSS though. Steve's running TAA for it to be a little bit crisper, and that's, you know, I guess each to their own. But man, I have lent on the graphics. It is looking absolutely awesome. And I'm sorry if I'm moving my head too much. I get a bit excited when I fly, and I tend to look left and right and up and down and all over the place. But just look at this terrain. I mean, it makes me want to fly low and slow more often, because this just looks ridiculously real. Apart from the water's not that clean, you wouldn't want to bloody swim in it, you'll get eaten by a crocodile. Bloody good mud crabs though that you can catch down there at the wharf at Wyndham, and if you've never had mud crabs, you're really missing out. Oh, this honestly. And hey, if you do know about Mike Patey and his videos, the history of the Draco, you probably already are aware that he is actually selling the skin of the Draco X that crashed. He crashed at the poor bugger. What an absolute legend that guy is though. And I'll put a link to his video up here as well. And I'll put some stuff in the description, because do yourselves a favour, if you haven't seen his videos, you are in for a treat. He's done a fair bit with Trent Palmer back in the day, or Trent with him, I guess. The Bush Cowboys, I think they were called, still are. And they have done some extreme backcountry flying. And he's basically selling key tags, which are the skin cutout of this plane, the Draco X, that you can purchase, and the money raised is basically going to help pilots become better pilots, and mechanics, and all this good stuff. He does so much good stuff for flying, aviation. Yeah, he's just the guy's an absolute legend. And I mean, I knew the minute Draco was going to be in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, I had no doubt as to what I was going to be flying, mainly. I'll still do some stuff in the Kit Fox, but here's the strange thing. The Kit Fox that I've got from Trent, it's not displaying the shadow correctly on the windscreen and the door. Or any of the doors actually, and it's crap. So I'm actually going to reach out to the devs for that model and see if they can fix it, or if it's a Microsoft thing, because man, like I look out the window and it's Minecraft. It really sucks. So But I tell you what is awesome is needing to trim in this with the VP Force Rhino is epic, because if you don't, being a turboprop, man, this thing gets heavy on the arm. It just, yeah, you've really got to just trim her out, but it is beautiful. The feeling is absolutely beautiful when you do trim it out. And, oh man, I can just imagine what this must have been like to fly. And so this is the kind of terrain we're dealing with for a little bit as we sort of circle up around the back here. There's just these vast expanses of flat plains. Then you come across these mounds and these weird textures in the soil, and it's just such an incredible place to fly. And I mean, look at our shadow down there. You doing all right, Barry? Good.
Scandinavian 1822, Polaris Control. Expect the Bar V1 mic arrival. For the
So we are going to bank to our
in about 20 minutes, I'll start your
south
descent. Just let me know if you
shortly,
want to.
but I thought we might just make our way over the water here towards these little mound structures, and then we'll make our way right to that plateau, and then start heading to Kununurra, and yeah, got a circle, and then we might even do a cheeky trip up to Lake Argyle. Lake Argyle is a man-made lake. I think it is one of the largest man-made lakes in, I should know this, shouldn't I? Certainly Australia, but I think it might be one of the largest man-made lakes in the world. And it's quite an incredible sight to see. Oh man, the terrain! God, it looks good. There are some areas where it's still a bit chintzy, but for the most part, the lighting, we've definitely got the lighting right, and the colours. Colours in areas look just really fake before, but you know, coming down here and seeing some of the trees and this is a special plane. Oh, look at the shadow. Oh my God, this feels real. A little bit of turbulence there. Rocks. God, the terrain. Man, I'm yet to see any. I haven't seen any livestock or anything, but it'll be interesting to see what we come across out here, because we've got all sorts of wild things out here in the backcountry of Australia. I'm waiting to see if we come across any sort of buffalo, any emus, kangaroos. Oh, look at this terrain! Wow! Oh, man, you really feel, well, I do anyway, a real sense of exploration as I'm making my way through the country here. It's just amazing. Probably coming through on camera, we're just getting some little buffets, little wind buffets and stuff, flying low here. I've got the turbulence in the settings on realistic, and especially the butt kickers. Every now and then I get this almost feels like a vortex of wind and buffeting on the body of the airframe, and that correlates to vibration through the rig, and man, it just feels absolutely wild. It really adds that element of realism. So I don't know how long people will stick with me for this flight. I'm intending on recording the whole flight. I'll post the whole thing. For those that are interested in watching me actually do a full fly rather than my standard, here's some settings, tweak this, tweak that, and here I am being an idiot. I thought we could actually go on a bit of an adventure fly, and my intention is to actually start posting the more bush trip adventures in the outback of Australia, and as much as I'm going to also be doing Idaho and all that backcountry, I thought we could we could explore and adventure some of the amazing places that we've got in our backyard. And I actually went and checked the place out the other day. My wife and I are wanting to plan a camp trip to a place called George Gorge. And I'm not kidding, one of the best things to do now with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for us anyway is it's looking pretty accurate to go out and do a cheeky recce in the Draco before we go on a camp trip. So I went and checked out George Gorge. Man, it's blown my mind how accurate. Not necessarily where the gorge is so much, but it's a massive flat plain, and there's this big hill mound almost. It's really weird, just right smack bang in the middle of it. And I won't put any links or any pictures or anything. I'm going to actually do a video on it, so stand by for that one, because some of these spots are just done so well that going out and flying and having a look at them first before you actually go and do the drive is, I think, a benefit. Oh, this is just epic. I don't know if those wheels are coming through. If I'm actually recording directly through the Quest 3, I find it's just easier with Microsoft Flight Simulator, unless you do some voodoo trickery and there's OBS plugins, but then that nerfs your frames, and it's a real headache. So at the moment, I'm running some software that mods the headset so I can actually record in higher frame rates and bit rates, and the motion smoothing that you can capture with the headset as well really helps for VR, so it's not as painful for the viewer.
Bogota Center identified. Good morning.
It's us there. Okay.
Wyndham 880 November Gdansk info contact Lemon radar.
Oh wow, we're starting to come across some a bit more land structure, the mounds and mountains. Well, you probably wouldn't call these mountains in America, but maybe hills. Oh man, the textures just look so damn good. Wow, they've really got the colours right. And look at this, we crest out into this incredible terrain. Oh, it's just vast, open expanses with these weathered, washed mounds, and just it's prehistoric out in the backcountry up north in Australia. It's, yeah, it really, really blows my mind flying around here. So it's pretty exciting though. Mike Patey, coming back to him and the Draco, he's working on a new build. So I don't know how long it will take. I guess it will take some years, but I'm really looking forward to that. The new Draco, and who knows what it's going to be, but the guys are the guys are maverick. He's built another plane called Scrappy, and I mean, this thing can actually carry, I think they were motorbikes, or definitely, you know, push bikes, but you could basically carry these bikes on the wings. I think they were motorbikes, but I could be wrong. Maybe they were mountain bikes, I forget. Should have looked before I did the video. But I mean, can you believe that? Like having even your mountain bikes, right? A mountain bike strapped to either wing, and you're just able to fly out into the backcountry and then go for a cycle. It was Trent that actually first alluded me to the one wheel, because he carries his on his wing, and I just Man, I just think that is the coolest stuff. They're the four-wheel drives of the sky. It's just amazing. Gosh, this terrain is just incredible. What do we got? Yeah, I reckon we probably got a good 20 minutes until we get to Kununurra Airport. Oh, it's just wild. Love to come across some animals though. Gosh, even just the erosion there. I mean, that is actually the sort of thing that you see out in these flat plain areas from the water. They've just done it so well. But I cannot wait though. Absolutely cannot wait to see what Kununurra looks like. The dam, basically Lake Argyle, feeds an irrigation channel into Kununurra, and they've got what's known as bottom dam, and that's where the dam gates are, because the Lake Argyle is feeding another river that then is also dammed. So you basically got two sections of dam gates, top dam, bottom dam, and it'll be really interesting to see how well that's been rendered. There's a couple of icon mounds and mountain structures in Kununurra. One is Sleeping Buddha, and the other one is Kelly's Knob. Can you believe it? Kelly's Knob. And I'm really curious to see how well they've done the bush there and what that actually looks like. Oh my God, look at the rocks over there. That just looks real. Oh my God, that looks real. Bloody hell, that is just... wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now you'll have to excuse if I keep sniffing. I've got terrible hay fever at the moment, and I have done my darndest to stop it, but oh yeah, it's my nose is itchy, I'm sneezing all the time. So apologies if there's a cheeky little sniff every minute or so. Oh, this is cool. And so this is me on a good day. I'll get out and go for a cheeky fly, maybe an hour or two, and my brother-in-law and I at the moment are doing the Nevada bush trip in 2020. It's a real shame they haven't got all the bush trips over yet, but they're coming. And we nibble away. We just nibble a few legs every now and then, and even my mate Andrew, the retired Air Force pilot, we were doing a few there for a while. And it's just amazing to explore the country and chew your mate's ear off and sip on a beer. Absolutely the coolest things to be doing. So we're making good time here. We might actually start banking a little bit more south. Gosh, that looks good. Even the shadows and the shading there. I don't know if ray tracing is working in VR yet. I have turned it off following Steve's settings, but man, I wouldn't know it's off. It just looks good. The shading, the shadows, everything looks really, really tight.
Across time and at or above 10,000. On at or above 10,000, get to 617.
Trees, and they finally look real. Real. They finally have the right, I guess, the right depth and perspective, because you know the trees before, looking at this distance, would just look either too small or too big. Whereas I really feel like we've got, they've really got the perspective right, and. Yeah, that scattered bush that's Australia. Funny, when I first jumped in and looked at it, I wasn't sure. I thought there were elements of FS 2020 that they needed to blend it with, but the more I'm flying...
Ready to descend via the star.
Hang on a minute. What's going on? Okay, I think we're losing power here. Okay, we've got an issue. We need a emergency landing.
Clearance control, Scandinavian 1822, ready to descend via Boston 1M.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. 3 Mike Bravo. We are going in for an emergency landing. Okay, flaps are down. Holy shit, I didn't plan that. What's happened? I think we might have run out of fuel. Okay, and we're down.
3 Mike Bravo, roger. Emergency landing approved. Clear for an emergency landing. Contact Carlton Hill CTAF on 127.0 for further coordination. Wind the car. QNH 1013. Advise we're on the ground.
Oh man, we didn't plan that. Wyndham Tower, 3 Mike Bravo. We have made it down safely and engines are full stop. Holy snap and duck shit. What's happened? Let's have a look. What's that telling us? Oil pressure. How come?
Big 3 Mike Bravo, glad to hear you're safe.
Okay. I'll have to check the settings, but I'm certain I have not got damage turned on or anything, but we might have lost oil pressure because a system shut down. Let's wow. Okay, I'm trying to see where we can see the fuel tanks. I mean, what do we got? Right, left, both. There's no way we could have drunk all that juice. What has happened? Let's see if we can kick her in the guts again. Where's the start button on this thing? Wow, that was bizarre. Is it going to start? That's not starting. Or is it? It's like we just got no... We've lost throttle altogether. Oil pressure's fine. Wow, this is a strange situation. Let's have a look. What's happened? Everything's good there. We're in the right mode. We just don't seem to have any power. What about well, oh, it's mouse. There we go, mouse wheel. Well, this was very unscripted, I must say, but I just don't seem to be able to get it started. Nothing's switched off. What have we got up here? Nav's on. No, that's all fine. Auxiliary battery. Let's get that out of the way. Well, I'm sorry to say, people, we might have to cut this recording short because she has absolutely died on me. Yeah, we've stopped. So I'll try one more time. That's off. Fuel pumps are off. Okay. Auto igniter is back on. Let's look at maybe switching tanks. Although we had it on both, you would have thought that that would be golden, but all right, we'll kick her in the guts again. No, we've just got no... Low fuel. Oh God, we've run out of fuel. Oh. Right. Okay, this is good, All right. Okay. Wyndham Tower, 3 Mike Bravo. We had a fuel issue. We ran out of fuel with both tanks. I've switched to right tank, and we are about to take off and make our way to Kununurra. Woo! I can't believe we've got...
3 Mike Bravo, good morning.
Yeah, Wyndham Tower, 3 Mike Bravo. We are requesting takeoff, and we will make our way back to Kununurra. I probably didn't need to request takeoff from this bush area here, but anyway, let's get her in the air. Let's see if we can get to Kununurra. Wow, that was
3 Mike Bravo. You need to contact Carlton Hill CTAF on 127.0 for takeoff clearance.
1270.
Contact me for flight following to Kununurra.
1270. Okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do. 70. Okay, 1270. We'll just quickly punch that in. What did he say? That was Carlton Hill. Carlton Hill, 3 Mike Bravo.
Bravo, contact Carlton Hill CTAF on 127.0 for takeoff clearance. Once airborne, contact me for flight following to Kununurra.
1270, yeah, we're on 1270. Carlton Hill, Draco, 3 Mike Bravo, requesting takeoff. Again, this is me not fully knowing a... Oh, okay, that was different. Barry, that's why you should be wearing your seatbelt.
Vienna 88 Sierra, November, Bremen radar, identified, Mointon.
All right, we're going to get her in the air. Wow, what an absolute... Wow. Well, here we go. And we are up. That's Draco for you. Doesn't muck around this thing.
Right, contact departure on 118.4.
No, it's too late. We've already done it. All right. Wow. That was cool, man. That was real cool. Not that having an emergency is cool, but I guess that was just oh, it was a cause. All right. I cannot believe we ran out of fuel. Man, I don't even know where's my fuel gauges in this thing. Fuel. Ah. Yeah, okay, so... Okay, yeah, so left wing, completely empty. So switching to right, we should be able to make it. Looks like we still got about just under half a tank. But I mean, I was being a bit stupid there. I was sitting on full noise the whole way. And this thing's obviously as thirsty as a lizard. Oh wow, look at the shadows on that windscreen. That looks cool. That was just cool though. That was really cool. I haven't actually flown this for that long yet. to see if the fuel would run out, but man, that was really cool. All right. Oh, hang on. No, that's zooming out. That's what we want. Let's just get our map up here. So we're almost just going to follow this river system here. It should bring us right into the back blocks of Kununurra. Zooming in a bit further. Lovely. Yeah, that's looking good. We'll keep a cheeky eyeball on that fuel. And then we'll radio... I really should have got onto departures because I'm not sure if that's going to switch us to the right channel. Carlton Hill, 3 Mike Bravo. We are in the air and making our way to Kununurra. I mean, that's not right really what I've done there, is it? I mean, you really should radio you're taking off, but maybe we don't need to again.
Hotel 13 Bravo departure. Good morning. Kununurra QNH 1013. 7000, Miami approach, radar contact, clear direct rails, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Carlton Hill, Draco 3 Mike Bravo, good morning, and thank you. We will radio once on approach. Alright, so pretty much what we're following here is...
3 Mike Bravo, roger, maintain VFR at below 1500 feet, departure on 118.4, squawk 3742, expect runway 30, contact us when ready for approach.
Yeah, copy that. Okay, 1184, runway 30 and squawk 3742. Okay. Copy that. Carlton Tower, maintaining 1500, squawk 3742. 3 Mike Bravo. Okay, so we'll do a bit more talking. This is actually the northern end of Kununurra, I guess, where the irrigation channel is. Roger that, Carlton Tower, Draco 3 Mike Bravo, maintain 1500, squawk 3742. And this here to our right is actually the the runoff from Lake Argyle, and we'll make our way up to Bottom Dam and have a cheeky look at that. But I've got to tell you, the way they've done these fields, although you probably wouldn't have trees growing through your crops there, has been done really well. And that channel that you can see, that's the irrigation channel. I'm certain of it. So the crops are not being fed from that river there. They're actually being fed from this irrigation channel. We used to surf on that, a four-wheel drive, and pull you along the side and you'd surf in it.
7000, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Alright, so we've actually been a bit cheeky and come in through the back of the airport here, which is highly dangerous because we are low level, but I wanted to have a look at Bottom Dam. So how much fuel we got left? Yeah, we got enough.
Runway 90 report at 3432 Delta Echo.
Can't believe I radioed that in as an emergency, and it's just we need to switch fuel tanks. So yeah, that's rendered terribly. There's no getting around it. That looks absolutely terrible. But I guess that's where I really enjoy my style of flying, because the bush looks pretty damn real, whereas some of these land structures, man, they need work. But I don't know what the secret is there. There's so much work to do. But all right, so we might do a bit of a flyover and see if we get a visual on 30. So we'll enter standard pattern. Carlton Hill, Draco 3 Mike Bravo, We are entering standard pattern for downwind. Now you might have seen the rig shutter just then. That's that telemetry spike sort of thing going on with the frame rate that I told you about. Oh, when I told you about it in a previous video. Oh, look at the sun. That looks crazy real, man. That really does. Right, so we're really just having to loop around here. This is a very tight standard pattern, I must confess. Probably didn't need to hold it that tight. I'm absolutely still tripping balls that we ran out of fuel. Oh, I can't believe that. That was awesome. What a crazy experience. All right, that's runway 30 there. And we've got Sleeping Buddha out there to our... actually, I think it's... Yeah, Sleeping Buddha is directly in front of us. And then Kelly's Knob. Yeah, Kelly's Knob is pretty well rendered. You can see it's got the beacon tower on top of it there. Well, we're not quite lined up well. That's okay. We're in Draco. We can do anything. Oh, that's takeoff. Hang on. Landing. Oh. Okay, I've really got to get better and learn this girl, but man, I can't believe how sharp everything's looking. All right. I mean, this thing could land on a dime. The coolest bush plane. And we're down. She just sits so much more pronounced and higher than much higher than we were flying still. Whoopsie. Woo! She's got such a wide stance. You can almost do donuts in her. But it just sits so much higher. I guess my best explanation is I'm so used to flying the little bush planes, and you sit pretty low, and then it's like getting in a 747 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You're just high off the ground. But I think we might round it out there. I was going to take us up to Lake Argyle, but I reckon that'll do us. We fluffed around on the ground for a little bit, and we might go for a cheeky sticky beak of Lake Argyle on another video. Whew. Probably need to read the handbook and learn how to fly this thing a bit better, or at least what the estimated range on fuel is. All right, and that's a wrap. I reckon we'll get the park brake on, and we will shut it down. So what do we got here? We got generators, avionics master off, starter off, fuel pumps are off, and battery main is off. Man, that was one heck of a fly. I'll see you in the next video.